Hey guys, so with Battlefield Hardline being showed off at GAMESCOM, a lot of new features, game modes, weapons and a ton of other information has come out. I'm going to make a few Hardline update videos just to separate all the information, but for now let's just start with the weapons and gadgets that was shown off in the 12-minute long single player footage as well as other various multiplayer teaser videos. So let's take a look at this image here. In the kill feed it says R0933. At first glance, I thought this is a completely new weapon to the Battlefield series. However, I did some research and please excuse if I use the wrong terminology, but this is a model name for the Colt M4 Commando Carbine, which is a more compact version of the M16A2 and is used by various law enforcement agencies, which obviously suits the theme of the game. Next up, as we can see here, one of the cops is using a sniper rifle, which is the Scout Elite. I'm really curious to know if it has the same stats from BF4, will most likely be really similar with a low damage mole and high rate of fire. Now in this image we have the M249 Allen G, which is also in BF4. It's going to be really interesting to see just how well the LMGs are going to fit into the hardline playstyle. I just hope they're somewhat accurate, as the LMG from beta, in my opinion, just felt a bit wonky, especially in the medium to long distances. I felt like only very few of my bullets were actually hitting the target. So let's take a look at the single player footage. As we can see here, we have the 44 Magnum, which is great to see it in hardline. It's one of my favourite sidearms in BF4. Hopefully it doesn't get any trigger delay. If it does, I hope it just gets the same delay values that are currently in CTE, which you can barely even notice. We also have the Ace 21 Carbine in this image being held by a few bodyguards. Once again, it's nice to see this weapon from BF4. If we skip to the later half of the footage, we can see the player using the MP5K. Now, I did a bit of research of its real life counterpart, and apparently the K stands for KRISS, which is a German word that means short. It has a 900 rate of fire and has an effective range of 25 meters. And you'll notice in the footage it has 20 rounds per magazine, and just like the Colt M4, the MP5K is also used largely in law enforcement, so once again it suits a cops and robbers theme. Now let's talk about a couple of weapons that weren't seen in the footage but are in the game. The K10 or KRISS VECTOR apparently has a rate of fire of 1200. A weapon with a rate of fire like that would obviously need to be balanced pretty heavily in terms of recoil, reload times, and probably has a really heavy damage drop after a short distance. Its real life counterpart is an SMG that shoots .45 ACP rounds. The next weapon that wasn't seen in the footage, the AKS-74U Carbine, which if you played Battlefield 3 was a weapon for the engineer class. It had a 650 rate of fire, 25 maximum and 14.3 minimum damage mole, and had a really long ass reload time. It will be interesting to see how this weapon will be implemented into hardline. So let's talk about the big changes to Stingers and RPGs. These weapons have been removed from your loadout selection and have been put into maps as battle pickup weapons. The devs felt this is more true to the cops and robbers theme, but at what cost has this had on gameplay? Well, for me, I love having an RPG I can pull out anytime I want and blow up a helicopter or enemy armor, so I was a little disappointed in this change, but it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. Now, a YouTuber by the name of DANNYonPC, his channel is linked in the description, has left some really interesting information on Reddit, saying the engineer class will get the M79 grenade launcher called Thumper and the M320 grenade launcher, which was available to the assault class in BF4. So let's talk about the gadgets. If you played the beta, you probably would have tried or at least read about the Survivalist Gadget. If you had this as part of your loadout, for every respawn you basically could come back to life once you've been shot. This created lots of frustration, and I really didn't like having to start double checking every person I kill to see if they would magically just be resurrected and then be shot in the back. Luckily the devs listened to the feedback, and now the Survivalist Gadget has been changed to counter explosives. The gadget will now activate if you step into a trip mine or if someone throws a grenade that would have led to your death. So now if you kill someone with an explosive, you should get into the habit of double checking their body, which overall is a much better system to having to double check every time you kill a player with bullets. Now, before I finish off, I'd like to quickly thank Pwn4Gamers, who interviewed the lead producer, who found out some really good info. His channel is also in the description. And like I said before, there's just so much new information that's come out. I really want to put it all in video format for you guys, so expect maybe 1 or 2 more Hardline update videos coming up soon. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.